In your career as a Python developer, you will at some point need to convert an integer into a different base notation, octal, decimal, hexadecimal. And for us, decimal is very easy to understand. We have 10 numbers, 10 fingers, but computers primarily understand binary values because they only have 2 fingers. All right, and we'll start by just creating a variable. We'll call it a, and we'll assign it any number. We'll do 2 in this case. In order to convert this value, which is currently a decimal value, into binary, we're going to invoke the keyword bin, B-I-N. We're going to open parentheses. We're going to use... Now, you've seen this syntax before of using a keyword and then placing something in between parentheses. We are absolutely going to discuss this in unbelievable depth later on. But for now, we're just exploring how we can leverage these functions to translate these numbers. Let's go ahead and hit enter, and you'll see it returns a string of numbers and letters. Now, the first 2 characters, 0 and B, denote binary. The succeeding characters, 1 and 0, are the binary representation of the number 2, which I used in this case. Now, how could we convert back? That's slightly more complicated because we're dealing with a string, and we need to specify the notation system that this number's in. So we're going to use the keyword int, open parentheses, type that string that was produced, all right, and then we're going to place a comma, and we're going to denote that this is binary by using the number 2. Okay? And we're going to hit enter, and you see it returns our original integer value 2. Now let's go ahead and take a look at hexadecimal. If I want to create a hexadecimal version of the number 2, I need to use the keyword hex. And just as I did before, we're going to open parentheses, place our variable a in, and we're going to see we retrieve the value 0x2. Okay, which is 0x is the Python notation for a hexadecimal value. And just like we did before, we can invoke the int function, include that string 0x2, followed by a comma, followed by the base value of hexadecimal, which in this case is 16. Right? And you'll see it produces the same result, 2. Okay, and that concludes our brief review on mathematical operators in Python. Need to find a clever way to talk about our next lesson, which is on strings. Now, the one remaining question you may have is, how can I add the binary values? They're strings. You can't add strings together. That's a good question.